Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads, Governor Wike blasts federal government, says they're playing politics with coronavirus pandemic. Alright, before we continue with details of the news and for the analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news in detail. The governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has alleged that the federal government of Nigeria, under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, is playing politics with coronavirus containment in Nigeria. Governor Nyesom Wike, who is reacting to the 10 billion naira fund given to Lagos State government by the federal government in the fight against coronavirus. The governor argued that if Lagos State is entitled to 10 billion naira as the commercial center of Nigeria, then Rivers State, which is Nigerian hub for oil and gas, deserve the same level of treatment from the federal government of Nigeria. The governor stated that, and I quote, he said, "It is quite unfortunate that the containment of coronavirus has been politicized by the federal government. While Lagos State received a grant of 10 billion naira as a commercial hub, Rivers State, as a nation's oil and gas hub that produces a greater percentage of the nation's wealth, has not received any support from the federal government." The governor further stated that every state in Nigeria deserves the same treatment from federal government, as no state is superior and support funds should be immediately disbursed to all 36 states of Nigeria in the fight against coronavirus. President Muhammadu Buhari, during the live broadcast address to Nigerians on March 29, 2020, stated that a 10 billion naira grant will be disbursed to Lagos State government as the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria. As at April 5, 2020, the data received from Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) reveals that only one confirmed case of coronavirus has been recorded so far in Rivers State, while Lagos State has 120 confirmed cases. All right, I'd like to read out to you the data for coronavirus as at the 5th of April 2020. That was yesterday. And it shows here that 232 confirmed cases have been recorded. 33 persons have been discharged, 5 deaths recorded. And then by state, you will see that the chart is topped by Lagos State. They have 120. And while FCT have 47, Osun 20, Oyo 9, Edo 9, Bauchi 6, Akwa Ibom 5, Kaduna 5, Ogun 4, Enugu 2, Ekiti 2, Rivers State 1, Benue State 1, Ondo 1. That's the detail of that's the detailed breakdown of the results for coronavirus as at the 5th of April 2020. All right, well, let's look at the news and look at if Governor Wike of Rivers State is making any sense at all with his argument thus far. Now, the first thing I want us to look at is, number one, for me, his argument does not hold any water. Reason is that if you look at how many cases he has, just one. Lagos State was when it all happened, as at that time we were in the midst of confusion. Everyone was shouting on the federal government that they should provide the relevant amount needed to curb the virus so that it will not spread to all the states. Right now, we are not talking about whether you are the hub for oil and gas or whether Lagos is the commercial hub of Nigeria. That's not what we're talking about. If this whole issue had started in Rivers State, automatically they would have been given a better treatment, just like Lagos State. Now, this is personal because I try to be very, very political. I do not want to, meddle in anything political here. Now, the issue here is that we have a situation, and that situation centers at Lagos. It's all happening at Lagos. Lagos is the epicenter of the whole pandemonium. The confusion in health sector is in Lagos. We have, I think one of the reasons is because they have an international airport that welcome people who are traveling in from different countries of the world. And though other states also have, but that's where it's all happening. So I think it's reasonable enough for you to give more support, more grants to them so that they can at least help prevent it. The spread that we are encountering right now is not coming in from any other state apart from Lagos. So if it can be handled in Lagos accurately, automatically it will stop the spread to other states of the nation. So for me, I don't think that there's anything political here. So it's for example, now the security situation we have, imagine the governor of Ebonyi State, or not Ebonyi State, let's look for another governor that has not really, for example, Abia State, complaining that the security grants given to Bauchi State or Borno State should be the same given to him. Already we know that what is happening in Borno State, it's really, really a serious one. Boko Haram have ravaged the whole town and all of that. So if there's anything like security grants, it should be Borno State that should enjoy. Nobody should even begin to ask questions about it. Anyhow they spent it, all what we want to see is results. Same is likened to this case. So the issue of coming out to say the whole thing is politicized, for me, other times Wike has been making a great deal of sense, but for this one, I think there is absolutely nothing reasonable he's saying right now, because the truth of the matter is that they are not giving you the money to have it for keeps so that you will fight it. Already, he has already taken some steps to curb the invasion of the sickness in a state by making sure that there is a lockdown in the boundaries so that he can stop the spread of this. And thus far, they have only one. Are you expecting them to give you 10 billion naira so that you use it and do what? To begin to build hospital or begin to do this? No. What we need to do is to continue with the control measures that is already on ground. Ensure that nobody comes into Port Harcourt, or if they must come in, they must be scrutinized as well. But then, before I continue with the further discussion, let me just look at what Nigerians have to say in this regard, because I can assure you that Nigerians are really, really talking. This one says here, you people are just attacking President Buhari for nothing. The report is showing that Lagos State has the highest epicenter of the corona pandemic, 120 in Nigeria. Your state has one. Instead of you thanking God for his faithfulness, mercies, and divine protection, you are there making noise. What do you need the money for? You need to be grateful, Wike. This one said, thank you, our governor. The money should be for all states and not Lagos states alone. I wonder what's your ground for demanding for the money. And this one said, has money to treat coronavirus now become state budget money? How many people have it in Rivers State? Oh, how many people? Or maybe you should pray that coronavirus candidate in your state should increase to 200 so that President Buhari can give you 20 billion naira. People of Rivers State should beware of this man. Because he will go and import coronavirus for you people in the state for him to get money from Mr. President. A lot of people have started criticizing his statement, because guess what? It's absolutely true. Let's be real. Forgetting about APC, PDP, or whatever. Right now, Rivers State does not need any money. Just do what you can, because guess what? By the time it invades your state, you don't know who will be the culprit. Now, people are even getting scared that if he's giving so much interest as per the grant given to Rivers State, he's in need of it, which means that if the government tells him this is the reason why we are giving the grant to these guys, because they have the highest number, the governor may decide to be very careless about the protection of the people and won't mind opening the door for coronavirus to come in, except he controls his greed at this point. So candid advice, he needs to control himself and let's face better things. Another person here say, my governor, I no support you on this one. No lie. We know one coronavirus in Rivers. It is better to be healthy and have no money than to have the money and not be in health. Please, these are River State people, just I think everybody seems they are seeing it from my perspective. These are people from different quarters talking. Nobody will support it. Grant is meant for those who are in trouble. We are not in trouble. Let's continue living our life the way we are living. Because guess what? We're talking about the case of Lagos State. They have already 120. And guess what? It might increase. And when it increases, it affects the economic activity of that environment. Now, they have been on lockdown. If there is a way to stop people from traveling out of the state to other states, you stop them. But make sure that economic activity will still be ongoing. And if anybody wants to come into the state, special teams should be set up. That one doesn't require so much money. Your own health budget can handle that already. We know that they get the highest amount when it comes to allocation. They have the highest amount. I'm talking about River State. I think Lagos and then River State. These guys, they have money. So no need of trying to look and be sniffing for 10 billion. What do you want to use it for, guy? Let's be real. You're not going to use it for anything reasonable, except you want to just chop small money. This one say, you are very stupid for saying that almost half of Nigerian population lives in Lagos and all the infected patients are in Lagos hospital. Igbos win money. You are a madman without sense. You see how some persons who do not have respect here, the way they are talking to him. And another one here says, this fellow is one playing politics. The amount set out should reflect the population and a factor for number of infected an inherent risk factor due to population density. Only those with a small mind would not understand this. Bam. Now one saying no coronavirus in Nigeria just because of money. All governors are counting its patients in their state. Okay, for instance, other countries shows the hospital and their victims. Have you ever seen any Nigerian coronavirus patients even in the national TV broadcast? It's a pity. No, I've seen that one. There had been a time that the NCDC showed. I saw some young people there. Even on social media, there was a time that I think in one of the isolation centers, they were celebrating some of the local medics who have been able to help them out. And it was displayed. I saw faces of people who are, suffering from it. So I think let's not try to play ignorance here. The truth is that coronavirus is still in Nigeria. This one says here, is he broke? How many cases of corona is he having in his state? What is he going to do with 10 billion naira? Oh, everybody are saying virtually the same thing. You don't need money if you don't have sickness. It's like you telling federal government to begin to send doctors to your state to come and do what? To come and fight what? If you need the coronavirus, you can talk to maybe governor of Sanwo-Olu to help you import it into your state. But I can assure you that the headache that you will have, and you don't even know if you are going to be a victim, apart from anything, the emotional stress that you will be put through, it's not really a good one. All right, that's where we are going to leave it. I want you to go to our comment section. Let's interact. What do you think? Do you think that this statement is a product of greed on the part of Governor Wike? Or do you think that he's actually right? All the states should be given the same amount of money to tackle this pandemic. Waiting